Excellent. Right. So recording has started. It is 4 minutes past 7. Let's give them about 10 minutes. So we can get everybody. I'm going to just send a message on the group saying Zoom has started.
Yes, I also have 3 guests. I need to make a call, so I also will take 1 minute, and I'll be back.
Okay, 100%.
And meanwhile, I go and call my people. It's my message to everyone. Keep checking the participant list. If your guest, if the person whom you have made call before this meeting, if you don't see them in the participant list, just call them, text them, whatever is the best method you find, just reach out to them, because today's meeting, I feel gonna be very special. And I also have something very special to share in this community. So if you want to leverage this meeting at its maximum, then bring your VIP guest here as soon as possible. Thank you.
100%. Well done.
Sun cheap marketing, that can only be Utsap. Utsap?
Hello, Utsav this side.
Hey, what's up? How are you, buddy?
I am fine, and how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Just busy,
Okay,
busy, busy,
okay.
but good.
Keep growing, keep growing.
Absolutely. Upwards and onwards, eh? Neil, is
Welcome,
Rena
Wayne.
joining?
Welcome, Sakiswa. Welcome, Buli. Welcome, Kotlefo. Africa Unites. It's the second time I see it. Welcome. If possible,
I was
please,
about
can
to
you
say,
introduce yourself?
I love that
I'd
name,
love to
Africa
know who this
United.
is.
Africa
Yeah, I
United.
tried that last time.
Can you please introduce yourself to us?
You know me.
Hey, Rain, how are you?
Hi, guys. I didn't.
Okay, Africa United is shy.
I didn't. I have people, so. Because it's a blind shipping.
Yeah, hi, I'm back. Just made my calls. One guy was not reachable. Rest two, they might be joining soon. I again poked them and asked them to join. And I think many people have already joined in. So yes, on very quick notice, I would like to introduce myself. And before this meeting really starts, I want to add few things from my side. So hello guys, hello ladies and gentlemen. This is Vikas from India, and I won't take much long, explaining myself. So in short, I can say I have more than 15 years of experience in IT space. I started my career as IT development guy, and then later because I was from IT background, so I entered this crypto market in early stages, and I have seen many ups and downs, so many kinds of project. Like every year we have been anticipating something, but every new year we have been seeing many new things coming up in this crypto space. But apart of this, I'm not here because of crypto or profit or anything else. I am here just because of JP, because JP, I know him personally from more than 5 years, I must say now. Like we met each other in Lionshare, one of the biggest project where I had earned more than 500 Ethereum. We made like 25,000 team members in just 15 days. And so the thing I found common in JP and me that time was we both were fond of technology, and like always on the laptop screen doing experiments with ourselves and the laptop and finding the best way so that we can make maximum money. So that was a similarity I found between us, and from there we started. And like with every growing month, every growing year, we came closer. And one thing today I could say about JP, in this world, it is very, very, very tough to find someone who has these both qualities. One, loyalty. Second, honesty. You might find honest people, you might find loyal people, but having both of these quality in one person, it is next to impossible. And I'm fortunate enough that I have JP with me, because he is the only person on this planet I have personally experienced who is both loyal and honest. This is one thing. Second thing is, uh he's a man of family. I mean, he fear God, and he loves his family, and he will do anything to protect them. So that's what make him, like, even I feel him like family because of this reason. So we have came very close in past many years. And when I got to know that he is into this project, and he has already seen the vision, big vision, and he has already done all the groundwork that is needed to to be done before starting this off. So I started doing on my own research as well, because when it comes to African countries, I mean, we all know there have been many challenges in the past. But same way, I am from India. Even India was known for many bad things in past years, but now with passing time, with every year, like India is also positioning itself as a global leaders, country. Same way, we have been observing many positive changes in Africa as well. In fact, I must say now, like African people now, they are more literate, more aware. They know what they are doing. And now they are like, they're fed up of that other countries taking charge of them, and they are taking their own charge. This it's like the youth of Africa, I see them, they are coming together, to stand as a one country. And when I learn about these facts, and at the same time when I see this kind of project coming in, so altogether I feel this is the right time, best time to be indulging myself in such project. I mean, at the one point we are talking about having shares at just $5. That too, we are talking about the shares which could be valued more than $1,000 in near future. How? I have got my answer. If you still don't know why they're calling that, these are like $1,000 share you're getting at $5, I was curious to know why and how. So I got my why and how. If you want, I can tell you, but I will leave this to your sponsor, the person who brought you here. And last reason, I must say, coming here, like and showing my interest, the reason was JP. But after doing my all research, after doing my research about this project, about the owners, about the legalities, compliances, the paperwork, everything, and the geographical demographics of the area about which they're telling us, so after doing all my research, now I am here because I see a massive potential, and that too in a legal and legit way, in a meaningful way. I mean, this project is something where I can not only help myself to cover my losses. There have been many people who made a hell lot of money because of me, and more than that, there are people who faced loss also because of me. So when you are a good leader, you are having good leadership qualities, you are responsible for many good and bad things. But I see this project could be a life turning thing, because here we are coming entering in the project with pennies. And in near future, what JP and Donovan is doing, I'm sure with their combined effort, with the combined effort of this whole community, a day will come when this project will be not only making us rich, but this will be like the last resort of my life. Like after this project, I'm not willing to do anything else. So that's all from my side. I know I took longer, but this was my first appearance, so I wanted to be it to be special. From going forward, I would like to be a part of everything that is happening in this community. Thank you. Over to you, JP.
Thank you,
Well said,
Vikas.
Vikas.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Thank you very much.
Right.
Just to touch on something, sorry, Jackie, just to touch on something that
Mm.
Vikas mentioned, is that the youth, especially in Africa, I think they've had enough of seeing their forefathers slog to the Western world. you know. And we've got a young gentleman that's been a part of our journey since inception of the share sales, and that's Marshall right here, Zimbabwean youngster. Obviously wants to make a change, very involved in AUREUS, and he wants to see this company prosper so that he can make a change in his life and his family's, you know. So if Marshall, can you show your face there and say hi to the community? I'll appreciate it.
Yeah, you can.
Marshall shy.
He's shy,
Marshall,
feeling shy.
you put him on the spot now, man.
I think I have.
Shut.
Sorry about that, Marshall, but it's true. You know, this guy's been a part of this journey since get go, and he's really pushing to make a change. You know, which I'm proud of, and he's quite a youngster. You know, I think we've got also something to mention here. I don't see Carmen on the call. He's probably going to join in shortly. He did say he's on another call. We've got a gentleman here by the name of Mshlengi, right, who's also very camera shy, as I just learned. So Mshlengi is a part of Carmen's team, right? He obviously sees the opportunity and he purchased 700 shares a few weeks ago already, or was it 2 weeks ago already, right? Since we launched the promo and we have the countdown that started yesterday, he's contacted us this afternoon or this evening, just before this call actually, and he's purchasing another 1,000 to obviously acquire these free shares as well. So just a shout out to Mshlengi. Well done, buddy.
Well done, Mshlengi.
All right, so over to JP.
Just checking here. I've got a message on the group saying struggling to log in, maximum participants exceeded. That's not possible. We're only on 20 people. Okay, who's next? Welcome, Mr. Saifuddin Mundal. Thank you for joining. Tozama and Zizi, welcome, Sheldon. Welcome, Mr. Baju Paswan. Madlakihisi Mabaso. Oh, hey. Now, hey, I know Madlakihisi Mabaso for many, 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 many years. If this man starts working, South Africa, you're gonna hear about this man. Okay. It's good to see new people. It's good to see old people that we've been following for years in the business. And what we're going to be presenting tonight, I actually made a couple of concept videos because people they're like, what is this? What plants are we going to be using? How is this going to work? And I'm going to play these videos. They are concept videos. They are made with AI, okay? Because we haven't got our wash plants on the land. But trust me, I think in the next month we'll definitely have something on the property, and we'll have a lot of videos, a lot of photos taken to show the reality of this project and what's coming. So I'm quickly going to play these. Where did it start? Okay, we can start there.
Hi, JP.
Hi, Nashi.
Yeah, well done, well done, well done.
AUREUS Alliance, own your legacy. Have you ever dreamt of being part of something truly powerful, of owning more than just a share, but a stake in a company built on purpose, profit, and legacy? With AUREUS Alliance Holdings, that dream is now within reach. This isn't just one venture. It's an exclusive opportunity to become a shareholder in a legitimate South African company that's scaling across industries, starting with sustainable gold mining, The near future company growth plan includes, but not limited to, property development, technology, and sustainable high-growth ventures. For just $5 international or 100 Rand in South Africa, you can secure your first share in the historic launch phase. Every share matters. Every shareholder grows with us. As Aureus grows, so does your dividends. We're not here for reckless mining. We're here for innovation, using eco-friendly wash plant technology that protects the land while producing real results. It's wealth creation with impact, generational, transparent, trustworthy, and you'll never be left behind. Weekly Zoom updates keep every shareholder informed on process, performance, and dividends. This is your chance, your stake, your legacy. AUREUS Alliance Holdings, true wealth, real impact. Your realization and journey finally has the opportunity to start here now.
Discover AUREUS Alliance Holdings, where real gold meets immutable blockchain transparency. Invest in gold-backed shares offering quarterly dividends, secured by cutting-edge technology for discerning investors. Our official pre-sale is live for a limited time. Acquire shares valued at $1,000 for just $5 each, plus bonus shares. This is your chance to capitalize on a unique fusion of traditional wealth and decentralized finance. And here's your limited time shareholder bonus. Buy 1,000 shares, get plus 50 bonus shares. Buy 2,000 shares, get plus 150 bonus shares. Buy 3,000 shares, get plus 300 bonus shares. Buy 5,000 shares, get plus 700 bonus shares. Buy 10,000 shares, get a massive plus 1,500 bonus shares. Don't miss out, this pre-sale ends soon, and the countdown has already begun. Visit aureus.africa now to secure your pre-sale shares and join the future of asset-backed blockchain investment. Let's build a billion-dollar brand together.
Not to brag, but I own tons of this. How much? I own the mines.
You own the mines?
I'm a capitalist. I bought the biggest gold mine in America last July. It's in Utah.
So you're literally mining your own gold?
Amen.
Right, so there is the concept video. Sorry, it took a while. Okay, so these machines here, they are called this is called a wash plant. Okay, so these back actors, they are actually picking up the pay dirt and they throw it into the back of this, which is called a trommel. And there's a crusher in here, and it crushes and washes basically and breaks the different grains of sand and rocks and everything. And these are conveyor belts, so it basically goes out all the big pieces and that is not at a certain grade, that gets kicked out and it lands in big piles like this. These things that are here are extremely important. These are sluice boxes. Yeah, very funny, weird name, but that's what they're called. And you can see the water running from them. So basically, they have got these mats, and as this sand, it looks just like sand, but as this, what they call pay dirt, is being processed, these mats are collecting fine traces of gold nuggets as well as gold dust. And even the gold dust, it can get melted and it can be turned into bricks. So all of the gold, doesn't matter if it's gold dust, if it's gold, big nuggets, small nuggets, everything gets combined and they get refined and smelted, and then you get a gold brick from that. And that's where the kilograms of gold is going to come from, is from these machines. So our mining operational costs is minimal comparing, for an example, a what they call an open cast mine. We are going to be doing open cast, or there's a high possibility we'll be doing open cast in the late future on the land, but for now it is going to be on doing with wash plants. And this gives us capability to go 8 meters deep. Now, once again, These videos are made with AI, these concept videos. But we are going to be working right through the night to be able to mine. And this is like kind of the dream in the end, where we have got the plant working, we have got multiple plants working, solar panels set up. So these are ideas, the villages where the people are staying in. So these are just concept plans that we're busy working with, basically. But it's a very, very, very exciting venture that we're going into, because it's like Robert Kiyosaki. So this person, for anybody that does not know, Robert Kiyosaki, that's the wrong button. This is this one. That one.
Not to brag, but I own tons.
This man is the man. He is the creator, the writer of many books, but most famous book is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So Robert Kiyosaki all over the world has been introducing people to a way of using debt to go forward in life, if I can put it like that. Unfortunately, that is not capable in South Africa. It's one of the things, you can't use his methodology. But what he's saying here is correct. We are giving this opportunity to every single person to be able to be part. Sorry, I'm just going to mute everybody. We are giving this opportunity for everybody to be part of the gold mine. So you're not going to be earning gold itself. You are going to be earning dividends of the gold processing that we're going to be doing. Okay. But I mean, Robert Kiyosaki, if he says, you know what, one of the biggest things to collect is gold, which is 100% true. The more gold
কালকেও কাজ নিয়েছি, কালকে ফেলে দিয়েছি তো বাইরে পড়ে বসে দিলাম।
Sorry. The more gold you can collect, the better. Okay. I'm going to start the Right, Donovan, you are a co-host. If you need to unmute yourself, you are welcome to do that. But for the presentation, we are going to mute everybody. Right, so this is our official presentation. The reason why I say it's our official presentation, there is two parts in this business. And from today, we are going to handle it this way as well. The website's also set up like this because we have got shareholders and then we have got networkers as well. And the networkers, they want to earn in a different way as well. So we are separating it. We are going to do one day where we're going to be doing a presentation that's for the shareholders. This is today. And then the following day, we're going to do a presentation for the networkers. So completely different presentation where we're going to be guiding. We're going to be explaining to you how the compensation plan works, how you can be earned different additional income by building this business with us. Okay. So firstly, you are not buying a share in the mines. Okay, I've already spoken about this. I said that this is about gold mining and platinum mining, diamond mining, cobalt mining, but you're not buying a share in the mines. You are buying a share in AUREUS Alliance Holdings, in the company itself. This means that the more mines that we are acquiring and also other developments that we're going to be doing, like, for example, property development, that's a big thing for Donovan. But there's also insurance and car rentals and you name it. There's a lot of businesses that we are going to be venturing into. And the profits that these businesses are going to be generating, that is divided between the shareholders. So each and every single shareholder is basically, or each and every single share is got an equal part in the profits, right? Each share is worth $1,000. This is official, being set up in our memorandum of incorporation by the CIPC in South Africa, so the South African Companies Act. Okay, so it's equal for all shareholders, regardless of the purchase price. What that means is that if you come in now and you're buying a share at $5, or you come in at phase 19, you're buying a share at $1,000, every single share is worth $1,000. Okay. Does this mean that you can go and use it as collateral? No, not yet. I'm saying not yet, not never, not yet. The reason being is because the mine is not operational yet. This is why we are doing it in phases. We want to be able to sell out the pre-sale and phase 1. That will give us enough capital to actually prove that this is a real concept. We'll be going to Zimbabwe. We'll be opening up the plants, we will be cutting the roads, and there will be plenty of photos and videos proving that this is a real business, okay? And especially in April 2026, when we pay out our first dividends, we believe that these shares are going to be sold out very, very quickly. But we advise everybody to come on board now in the pre-sale. And that is why we have decided to start the countdowns. Okay, so the countdown, how the countdown works is the 5th of November is the end of the countdown. All right, that means that the pre-sale, the $5, ends on the 5th of November. The 6th of November, the price will automatically be $10. The 150,000 shares, whether they are all sold out or not, will be finished. You will not be able to buy after 200,000 shares. Sorry, you will not be able to purchase the any of the 200,000 shares. That is at $5. We will go over to phase 1, which is then $10 for 150,000 shares. Okay. Now, the company operates under company law. It's not a financial regulation. No FSA, FCA, or FSB license is required by us, and we are not a broker or financial advisor. Shareholders gain full legal ownership, forming a transparent gold-backed economy built on trust, and we comply with the Companies Act, prospectus rules, and guided by a legal team led by a finance and security law expert. Your ownership is recognized, protected, and legally compliant, not just for today, but for generations. Now, why do we say generations? Because once we have sold out our 1.4 million shares, then they are going to become NFTs. And these NFTs will be listed on the blockchain, and you'll be able to transfer it to anybody or sell it to anybody on the blockchain. Okay, which means if you want to give it to your children, your children's children, you can do that as well, right? It's easily transferable, it's cost effective, and it can literally be for generations. So the dividends that we're talking about in this presentation is not a once-off, okay, like many other systems in the past. This is generational wealth. The reason why we're saying this is as the company is growing, you are getting dividends year on year on year, as long as you hold onto the shares. Very important. You have to hold onto the shares. So we want to start with 2 friendly gold plants by January 2026. All right. And they will be sustainable plants, which means they're running on generators, they're running on solar panels, and we're using boreholes, sustainable energy, and so forth, right? And then once we've mined out the 8 meters over the 250 hectares, we will be restoring that land into a natural viable state after doing all our borehole tests and finding out where or if we can do open cast. Okay, now here's a big question that everybody is asking us. So let's start with right in the beginning. How big is the land? The first piece of land that we got is 250 hectares. And then secondly is how much gold is guaranteed to be on this piece of land. There's 2,160 kilograms of gold on this piece of land. Okay, so to give you an idea of the value of that, Sorry, I'm just opening up my calculator. And in, okay. All right, so gold per kg. And we calculated according to kilograms, not according to grams or ounces. All right, so, oh geez, Donovan, it's gone up again. You know, sometimes we do the presentation and gold is sitting at 128,000. The whole of last week, it was sitting at 128,000. Then it went to 130,000. Everybody jumped up for joy, and then it dropped down to 127,000. And then the next day, it's up at 128,000. So I was like, okay, well, you know what? It'll probably be there at 128,000. This is the last thing that I was expecting when I opened the page. $133,000 per kilogram. So the gold rate has extrementally increased. Okay, it's crazy what is happening. When Aureus started, the gold price was sitting here at 40,000. Okay, that's when Donovan did started the prospecting. I can't even scroll down to there. Here we're going in March 2016, a bit further. Okay, so yeah, it's probably going to be about there. Yeah. So the January 2016, 40,000. And if you look at the gold price now, where are we sitting at? Because scroll down. Now you got proof I'm not a trader. I don't know how to work this chart. Okay, so we're sitting at 134. That was the top, 134,000. No, sorry, $133,000. Okay, so let's work this out. 2,160 kilograms times $133,000. That's $287 million, right? So the other day we did speak about this. We had to prove that this land has got value. For an investor that is in Dubai that's looking to purchase $3 million worth of shares. And we said, you know what, this is valued at $259 million, right? Because if you take 2,160 times $107,000, you're looking at 230. What was we worked it out at $220,000. Sorry, 2,160 times. I think it's $124,000. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so you can see the difference in what a couple of $1,000 increase on the gold per kilogram price does to a dividend change. Okay, how we're going to be working this out is on this piece of land. So this is valued at what? 287,000, 287 million, 287, 280, 000. Okay, so let's take off the expenses. This expenses is what all of the mining operations, everything is going to cost, the government, you name it. Okay, that leaves us with $158 million. $158 million divided by 1.4 million shares in total leaves $112 dividend. Okay, so if you come in and you bought in at the $5, you know what, just on this piece of land that is 250 hectares at 8 meters deep, we're looking at 80 centimeters deep, not 8 meters, 80 centimeters deep. So we haven't even gotten below that yet. You're looking at a very, very viable dividend. We can't say guaranteed promises or anything like that, but you can do the math yourself. So like I said, there's 1.4 million shares. They will be valued at $1,000 on the Aureus marketplace. The starting value is at $5. Ending value is at $1,000. That's the last phase. Our target is to have 2 plants up and running by January. That's why we're pushing now to get the pre-sale and the main sale completed. By June, we want to have 10 to 30 plants up and running. This will generate us about 3.5 tons annually. Okay, and once again, 3.5 tons, so that's 3,200 kilograms. Okay, times $107,000, because that's what it was in the presentation. Yeah, we can't keep on changing this presentation. Minus 45% divided by 1.4 million. Okay, so $134. Okay, it depends on where the value is going to be sitting at, but this is at $107,000, so we're sitting at $133,000. So the price is going to keep on increasing. After the dividends is going to keep on increasing. Why? Because of the value of gold that's going to be increasing, and also of what we are going to be taking out of the land. It's not just gold. We're going to be taking out gold and copper and iron. Those are the 3 metals we definitely know. We have also found in our last checks for platinum. Maybe we'll even find some diamonds. Okay, but there's other mines we're also going to be prospecting to. We have got 47 additional sites that we aren't owner of, but we have got a 70% offtake agreement there. That's about 2,000 hectares of land there as well that we're going to be prospecting, and we are going to be expanding all over Africa. This is 6,000 hectares. Okay, that's going to be generating about 100 tons of gold annually. But like I said, not just gold, other minerals as well. As we are mining, we will find the minerals. On this, you're looking at a dividend of anything between $2,000 to $4,500 per year. Okay, when we get to this scale, the payouts will not be on a quarterly basis. They will be on a yearly basis, because we have got multiple plants that we have to calculate. So we'll have multiple divisions basically set up, and the profits then will also be all collected and then calculated, and it will be sent via smart contract. So the video said $1 billion business. Yeah, that's a $1 billion business. Let's do that one quickly. Right, so we're talking about 100 tons of gold. So 100 times 1,000, that gives us 100,000 kilograms times, let's just do 107,000, because that's where we are with the presentation. So we're looking at $10.7 billion, right? Minus 45%. That leaves us with $5.8 billion divided by 1.4 million. And that gives us $4,203 dividend per share. Okay, this is when we reach our target of 6,000 plus hectares. We estimate this is going to be by 2030. It might be a bit longer. There's many factors that could make this either shorter or longer. Right, now we're not just about mining. We are one of the biggest reasons why we have got such a strong foothold in Zimbabwe is because of the following. Number one, Sun, my company, the software developers of everything that you are seeing. We have got in our white paper where we stipulated we want to build smart villages all over the world, never mind just Africa. Okay, and when I was personally, you'll see me now in the photo, when I was personally in Zimbabwe, I still said to Donovan, you know what, it's like God has been guiding us to be, yeah, you know, this is where the first villages is going to be set up. So Sun will be an intricate part of this, and we will be providing education, clean energy, clean water, medical facilities, and then, of course, also job creation, as well as AUREUS. So we're going to be working together, Sun and AUREUS, to build this business together. So we're not just about taking out the resources. Our CSR is bigger than anything that's ever been done before. Now, this is one of the biggest and most important things. There's a lot of platforms, and especially with in the past 10 years, where there was false photos taken, videos, and so forth. We're real people, okay? You can see there's Donovan. There I am. Right, I was once on the land, and the rest I was out in by the communities, working with the communities and speaking. We'll see photos of that just now, but this is where I physically went to Kadoma, with the miners. This gentleman here, he's part of the government, which is also very important. Have to be connected in the government, and one of the reasons why the government is pro AUREUS is because of our ability to help the community. But besides that, we are also working with the government when we sell the gold. We are not going to be exporting the gold out of the country. When you are buying a share, you're not going to get gold from us. You're not going to buy gold from us either. We have, in fact, actually turned down quite a couple of millions of dollars and deals where people want to buy either a portion of the land, or they will just fund us so that we can go and mine the gold, and then they take the offtake. Donovan has kicked off every single one of these deals, because one of the reasons why Africa is suffering is because the gold gets taken out of the land. It's one of the richest countries in the world, but it's the poorest. Why is that? How is that possible? Okay, it's because the gold gets smuggled out of the country. The people aren't doing it the right way. So we have got offtake agreements with government directly. Okay, you can see here, this is some panning testing that was done. There's a couple of small nuggets. Now there's a small piece over there, right there in the corner. That's the size of the grain of sand. So those pieces, even though it's a small photo, they're actually quite big. And this was done in a couple of hours just on testing. This piece of rock is one of the rocks that would go into the crusher that I was talking about earlier, and that would actually extract fine traces of gold and also gold dust. Now, these two gentlemen, I forgot about them. These two gentlemen, they are from India. They live in South Africa. They own 5 gold mines in Zambia. They're personal friends of Donovan James, and they came to them to come and look at the land, and especially because of the green grass. Okay, and the reason why the green grass, this photo that Donovan showed them, is because the greener the grass, the more iron content there is. All right, that's a simple explanation. There's a very scientific explanation of it. The simple explanation is, in a gold-rich land, the more greener the grass, the more iron there is in the soil. The more iron there is, the more gold is found. Okay, simple as that. These two photos here that I've got the very bland grass, they're not from Kadoma. These artisanal miners, they're in another area. We basically went to them, listened to them, understand what their story is and what they have to go through to actually process the gold that they are mining. They're using basic troughs and water trough basically, and very dangerous tunneling systems. So we're going to be helping them as well. I'm just going back one quickly. This gentleman here is very important. He is Wayne Williams. He is the owner of Yakden Engineering, which is the engineering company, or one of the engineering companies that we're going to be using. They've got multiple branches all over Africa. And why is this important? Because they are going to be creating these wash plants, but they're also maintaining these wash plants. So the wash plant, it will break down. Every wash plant will break down. Something will happen. A gear will break or something. He will come out and he will come and fix it. If he can't fix up the plant, then he will bring in a replacement plant so the mine processing doesn't stop. So it's vitally important. All right. So we have got a special agreement with him. Water, very, very important. I mean, we're talking about washing, wash plants. So that's water. We require a lot of water. Even digging holes, sorry. We also find a lot of water. So we don't have an issue with water. And actually, the riverbed was, or the dry riverbed used to have water there a long time ago. Okay, then afterwards we went all over Zimbabwe. We went to universities, to dinners and events and so forth, where we introduced the concept and business model. Okay, little recap: 1.4 million shares, 200,000 shares at $5 each, and then we got 19 phases at $10 to $1,000. Right. Payments for South Africans can be done for the first 4 phases only. All right. The reason being is because our transaction fees, the conversion fees, right, from South African rand to US dollars, so we can use it, is 7%. Okay. So we do not want to have large amounts of capital in South African rands. The first 4 phases is fine, because we're not just going to get South Africans for the first 4 phases. Then the rest is going to be done in USDT. The current phases, all 20 phases is done in USDT as well. This is for all the international members. USDT is a cryptocurrency. If you do not understand it, we will guide you and help you to be able to purchase it. It's really, really simple these days. We're accepting Polygon, Ethereum, Tron, and BNB network on USDT. Right, our phases of fortune. So the pre-sale phase has got 200,000 shares at $5. This will set us up, like I said, and it will give us the ability to feed 2,000 children as we're getting our first motion started up with our CSR. 150,000 shares is on our phase 1 for $10. Phase 2, 125,000 shares at $15. Phase 3, 100,000 shares at $20. Phase 4, 75,000 shares at $25. Phase 5, 50,000 shares at $30. And from phase 5 to phase 19, it's 50,000 shares per phase, but the price still increases. So phase 6 is $35. Phase 7 is $40. Phase 8 is $45. Phase 9 is $50, and then it gets a $50 jump to phase 10, which is $100. Phase 11, $200. Phase 12, $300. Phase 13, $400. Phase 14, $500. Phase 15, $600. Phase 16, $700. Phase 17, $800. Phase 18, $900. And finally, phase 19, $1,000. Right, this is our target. This is where we want to end up, okay? Because once this is sold out, we will be over to the NFT marketplace. And this is where every single shareholder, if they wish to, if they want to sell some of their shares, they will be able to sell it for a minimum of $1,000. A minimum of $1,000. The reason why we are able to do this, where generally you would not be able to do it, even if you put it on the stock market, it would still be affected. The reason why we can do it is because we have set our shares at $1,000 each as a starting value by CIPC. Okay, so each share is worth $1,000. So that means that once it goes over to the NFT marketplace, you can sell it for $1,000 and more. Okay. Also, we are going to be working with African artists. Okay, we are not going to be creating 1.4 million unique African arts from 1.4 million people, or that has been created. That is going to take way too long. Okay, so we are going to look for the best artists that want to connect with us in this project in Africa, and or even artists that do African art will also work. They don't need to be in Africa either. But then we're going to take this artwork and we're going to digitize it, and they're going to be turned into NFTs, and they're going to be published on the marketplace. They will be connected to your NFT share. All right. So which means that you could have something that's like a Rembrandt that's worth millions of dollars. You never know. Okay. So it's like a lucky packet, we can put it like that. So we're not basing the artwork based on the value that the NFTs is going to be. This is going to be a random thing. You're going to basically burn the funding NFT when the time comes, and it will automatically get create the new NFT, and it will take an artwork and connect that NFT. All right. Okay, that's the entire presentation. I know I talked a bit more than usual. I do apologize if I bored anybody. I don't think I did. Now, if you have a question, please raise your hand. If you got any questions, raise your hand or write it in the chat. And thank you for everybody for joining tonight. We have got a nice big group of people, so it's really awesome. This is what we want to see. Every single time we do a presentation, please invite the people that you are introducing it to. On the videos, I am busy with it. On the website, I would say we are 90% complete. We are working on the marketing materials and things, but once again, this is going to be in tomorrow night's presentation. Tonight is just for the shareholders. So if you've got any shareholding questions that is not marketing related, please raise your hand or write in the text box. No questions. There's no such thing as what they call a stupid question. Can I get some lights and flames? I sound like another man. Donovan, you want to say something? Oh, wait, I'm but not allowed. Okay, sorry, you can unmute yourself if you want to say something.
Look, I think you've covered all the bases, JP. Thank you very much. To those that's here for the first time, thank you for joining and listening to what we have to offer. I recognize a lot of names that's been here before. So once again, you guys have an opportunity, a golden opportunity, and these things don't come by daily or often. I would like to hand it over to our CIO, who's Neil, to just elaborate a little further on the card that that he's been working hard on to try and make life easy for the members. Neil, over to you, buddy.
Oh, hi, Dominic. Yeah, obviously keen to make everybody work for their money. Yeah. You killed it. I've just killed my video. Hang on. It wasn't just because we were gaming. Yeah. So, yeah. So for those of you who don't know me, I think more of you are beginning to learn. I've known Donovan for quite a few years now, mainly through contacts through another opportunity, which will not mention. I'll get out of it that way. My background is I've been in technology. I mean, Vikash said you've been there for 15 years. You make me feel like a granddad. I did 20 years in the likes of Accenture and Pricewaterhouse as IT exec, senior consultant, and I've done the last 25 years as a group CIO in very large global customer-facing organizations. Now, I had thought I was getting comfortable in a retirement chair, and then Donovan, after I'd asked him a few awkward questions, said, "You need to come and give me a hand." So here I am. Now, one of the things that we're talking about here is we, through other contacts of mine and Rena's, my beautiful assistant, was in the financial sector, where they were putting together an exchange and their own NFT marketplace. But one of the facilities that they are bringing to bear is the use of an anonymous prepaid Visa card. Now, it's a debit card. what I'm keen to stress is you'll hear us talking about this, but it is a card that is there as a means by which we can help people spend their money. It is not a channel through which we're planning to pay people. So all those who have come into previous projects and said, oh yes, we'll sign up for this card, this will be the easy way to pay you, and it never turns out that way. So we're not proposing that. It's just as part of a partnership with them to help our use of crypto, then we will make this service available to you. What I can say is the card works very well. I've been signed up with it now for nearly a month. I had one scare where it seemed to stop working, but having had the chief executive of that company on the phone, I sort of bent his ear a bit, and it turns out user error. I was fiddling with security requirements of my phone, having recently upgraded, and it was me that had destroyed it, not him. So I know it works well. You preload it with any cryptocurrency that you would care to use. It does take the USDTs that we are proposing within this project. So it just seems like a very good fit. So once we've got to the point that we are talking about dividends being paid, then we will start introducing this service as well, maybe a little earlier, just to make sure people are comfortable with it. But it's there, it's up, it's running, and we're buying our groceries off it at the moment.
Excellent.
So, hope that helps.
Awesome. Thanks, Neil. Right, we've got a question. Hi, JP. You've mentioned that eventually the shares will be worth $1,000. Does this depend on the value the shares were purchased at? No, does not depend on the value the shares are purchased at. Doesn't matter if you're buying it at $5 or you're buying it at $900, does not matter. Each and every single share will be valued at $1,000 minimum resale value once the 1.4 million shares is sold. Okay, so once the 1.4 million shares are sold, that means that all the shares belong to what? To the people, to the shareholders. All right, so now all the shares are sold. The AUREUS has got its capital. It's busy processing and creating plants all over Africa. The shareholders, they've got their shares, and now they can decide, you know what, now I want to sell, I bought, say, 10 shares, or I bought 100 or 1,000 or 100,000 shares. I want to offtake, let's say, 10% of that, so I can get some money back that covers some costs or whatever. Okay, so then they take that 10 shares and they go and sell it on the AUREUS NFT marketplace. So the AUREUS NFT marketplace, this is not going to be a OpenSea marketplace. It's going to be custom developed for AUREUS. And on this, the minimum price is going to be $1,000. So, like I said, you might have the Rembrandts of Africa art on yours, or you think you've got, and you decide, you know what, I think this piece of art is worth, this NFT is worth $10,000, and you're going to put it up as $10,000, and if somebody comes and they buy it, they buy your share, and they're buying it for $10,000. Okay, it's as simple as that. Now, there will be transactional fees there on that, but we'll discuss that at a later stage once we've actually created it. Okay, but yeah, I hope that answers the question. And then I see there's another one. Okay, Katlejo is saying there's something wrong on the amount that he purchased. Katlejo, we'll speak on it. There was an issue. Okay, so what happened is we opened up a Telegram bot, and this Telegram bot unfortunately had a conflict between the website and the Telegram bot. So we've canceled the Telegram bot. It is offline. You can still get your ID there, but that's about it. And we've switched over to the website. But we do have a discrepancy or one or two where it's not picking it up correctly. So we will be contacting every single person. There's quite a lot, but to make sure everybody that registered and purchased via the Telegram, to make sure that their amounts is correct. So Katlego, I'm putting my.
Can I just add there, just so everybody's feeling more comfortable, because we did see that ourselves, Arena and I, when we started. Part of my role is helping JP to get to the bottom of where there was maybe early issues in the platform. I did see this myself. Rena's account had it too. All I can say is that if you dig into the base data, the transactional level data, everything you have done is there. So the information is there. It's not that JP is going to have to go and magic up some.
No.
It's the information is there. It will be sorted. It has been for me. It has been for a few of my guys. So relax.
Yeah. So every single bit of information is in the system. Okay, so you do not need to worry about that. Like this afternoon, we had to test the 1,000 shares. And now I'm forgetting the 1,000 shares, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, that bonuses. So we had to buy and sell, and then afterwards, not buy and sell, we had to buy the shares on the system. Then we had to go and delete them as well afterwards, so it doesn't muck up the thing. So for that time, the period the website was, I would say, a bit offline. But otherwise, everything is running quite well. Like I said, if you got the discrepancy, that's why there is support. Please contact us. Okay. Any other questions? We've got a nice big group here tonight. No questions further?
I'm waiting for Nashi to ask a question.
Now she's happy. Now she's happy. For once, now she's happy. She's got a video.
I know she is.
Yeah, and I want to say thank you, Donovan. Thank you, JP, everyone, Neil. You've done us good, and we know it's going to get better. And this is one opportunity.
Definitely.
know we're going to win. Thank you all so much. And everyone who came on the call, we're so grateful. Thank you.
Definitely.
You're welcome, Nashi.
Thank you, Nashi. Amanda, we're expecting big things from you. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here, JP. Yeah, definitely.
So Amanda sent me a message the other day. She's like, JP, I'm going to win the competition. I was like, okay, cool. So if you want to know...
We don't doubt it. We don't doubt it.
If you want to know what the competition is, if you want to know how you can make money with the business, so little disclaimer, this is not an MLM. There is no MLM business here. All right. But we do have an affiliate side to the business as well, where you can earn commissions by introducing people, but it's not an MLM. So which means you introduce somebody, like somebody that's on a golf course, for an example, a buddy of yours, you say, hey, listen, I bought some shares in a gold mine. Okay. And this is going to bring me some dividends. And he's going, oh, I also want to buy some. And you give him the referral link, and then that person goes and buys shares, and you earn a commission. But if he does the same thing with his buddy, you're not going to earn anything, right? So that's the big difference, right? So we're not selling a MLM here. This is purely where the capital is on the shares, all right? And if you think about it like this, now I'm going to say this, and I need to be very careful how I say this. The original way a pension was created, okay, was that you would work your entire life for a company, and you would get this nice big pension, this package, and you would take this package and you would retire. Now, in a lot of countries, that doesn't exist anymore. It's not what you would expect. Okay. I mean, in South Africa, I can remember how my grandfather's pension that he got from the government was enough for him to pay his rent and pay food back in the day. It's not anymore. Okay. So when it comes to insurance and it comes to pensions, a lot of the times you are let down. Insurance, I know this for a fact, is something that you're paying on a monthly basis. Every single month you have to pay it. And if you get into a position like COVID, I mean, I lost a 3 million rand policy with Affinity Health or something like that, and because I couldn't pay my premium, right? And it's gone. I have to go and apply for it, and I paid 5 years for the thing, but it's gone. The money I paid for it is gone. They didn't accept any excuses or anything. What you're buying here, this is a share that you're purchasing. You hold on to the share, and for the rest of your life, as long as the company is there, and if you look at our growth, what we are planning, and you will see it with your own eyes, and everybody will see it. Okay, in the next, and not in a long time either. I mean, we want to sell out the pre-sale, which is ending on the 5th of November. So the $5 sale will be done, and we are going over to the $10 sale, to the main sale, right? And then when the $10 is finished, we're going to the $15. Okay, and there is going to be time limits. We're going to do this month on month, which means, and if it sells out quicker, then it sells out quicker, we switch over directly. Okay, but it means that our target is 19 months because there's 19 phases, right? So in 19 months, all 1.4 million shares will either be sold, okay, or a large portion will be in the company, and the rest is going to be with the shareholders. And the business is just going to keep on growing, and the shareholders that's come on board here, they are going to be benefiting, because the 1.4 million shares is the capital that goes into it is equally divided. That's the difference. So it doesn't matter if you have 10 shares, 1 share, right? Your NFT will get a payment for that NFT, for that share, specifically for that one. And every single one that you own is going to get a payment like that. Okay, so I just want to make that very clear, that everybody understands. So there's not one shareholder that's got 1 or one shareholder that's got 1,000 shares. We're all equal. All right. Donovan, you want to say anything? We can end the meeting.
Thank you, JP. Yeah, I'm good. Like I said, I think you've covered just about everything that we needed to cover. If there's anybody that still requires further information, but you're welcome to reach out to the person who introduced you to AUREUS, or you can contact us directly. Like I say, we have an open door policy for all shareholders and members and partners. So please do ask or do contact us directly if you need to. Other than that, thank you again for being with us. Have a good evening.
Right. Shalan thanks, Donovan. Shalan just asked another question quickly, and that is there going to be offices or for AUREUS in South Africa? Yes, there will be offices for AUREUS in South Africa, and we're looking at Umhlanga and Durban, KZN for the offices. All right, that's it. I don't see any other questions. I don't see any other hands. Thank you, everybody, for tonight's meeting. There's a hand. Yvonne on the last minute. Yes, my dear.
Good evening, everyone.
Since you have mentioned
Good
that the
evening.
offices will be opened in Umhlanga, Durban, and I'm in Durban, how soon are we opening the offices, and whereabouts in Umhlanga?
We still to identify the positioning. Obviously, we've got to find something that's suitable to our needs. So we're planning on opening towards mid next year. So that's the plan. But definitely Umhlanga, between Umhlanga and Durban North, but more Umhlanga.
Yeah. Our target is now to get the mine up and running, because offices are
Correct.
secondary.
That's our focus.
Okay, thank you, Donovan.
You're welcome. That's our primary
we
focus right now. It's just getting the project going. Yeah.
correct. All right. Awesome. Okay. Thank you, everybody. God bless. Have an amazing night. Bye-bye.